bringing your business idea to life, or making your business idea real. So here you are. You have had an idea of a product, a service, for a business. Well, you're not the only one who has ideas. Have you ever met a person who can't stop talking about their business ideas, but for some reason, their product never sees the light of day? I think you can do better than that. I think you can make something happen. You can create something useful, something valuable for other people. To do that, let's work on getting your idea out of your head and into the real world. I want to tell you my story and a few tips to help you with the next step in turning your idea into reality. The good news is, any successful business and any great product or service that you like and respect needs a lot of hard work to get right. The entrepreneurs who made them spent a lot of time and many cycles of making a first version of the product or service, trying it out with real people, making small mistakes in the process, listening to the people who they tested it with, and learning from this feedback loop to improve the product. In our first year of business, I went and personally spoke to over 100 professionals working in the film industry. I would explain my idea to them and ask them about what they did. Every time I spoke to someone, I got new ideas and was able to refine my idea before pitching it to the next person. After meeting a few people, my idea was already getting quite clear, so I made sketches of my app idea. The sketches of the app allowed me to show and tell, which really helped people understand my idea better. Some of the conversations changed the business idea in small ways, and some in bigger and more complicated ways. We ended up completely switching ideas twice in what is called a pivot in business terms. We also built new versions of our web application from scratch about 4 times. We did all this because we are dedicated to make a really great product to help solve the problems of our customers. So let me summarize. Whenever I have an idea and want to start a new product or service, I follow the same steps and I recommend that you do so too. First, I sit down and think what a real but simple version of my idea could look like. That's what we call a prototype. This prototype cannot be perfect, that is the point. Instead, it should be good enough, but easy and fast to make. Here's a tip for you in case you don't have all the skills to make your prototype. Search online or in person for a skilled expert in your city who is known to make this kind of product. Maybe you know someone who can make an introduction to the expert, or you can contact them directly. When you speak to the expert, explain that you are a young entrepreneur who needs tips and support from them as an expert to get the first version started. You will be surprised how many experts are happy to help. Once you have made the first version, it's all about trying it out and testing it with real people. Find people around you whom you can trust to test and give you open and honest feedback. Don't rely on just one person. You need many opinions and perspectives to compare and identify improvements to your idea that are really worth making. It's good to get opinions from both experts and normal people who could later become your customers. During the testing, ask for detailed feedback and observe closely how people react to this first version of your product or service. Throughout the process, take detailed notes. Next, sit down and read your notes and decide what improvements you need to make. Make a one-page description of the improved product that you now plan to create. Now, before you put this improved version out to customers, consider whether you need further rounds of testing. If yes, repeat the above process with the new version. You will see your first customers will appreciate that you have worked hard on a product or service that is really valuable to them. Remember, try and test your idea as soon as possible. Now is the time for you to get started. And we've put together an activity to help you plan your prototype and testing. Let's make things real.